Hi! Sorry, nawala yung internet ko. Can you still, the audio is still clear? And you can still see me? Share the screen. Ayan. Good. Chat. Ayan. 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 Sorry, nawala ang aking Wi-Fi kanina. So going back, this meeting is about how you can finish strong. It's exclusive for those who are who have a goal, any goal that you're working on finishing, whether this month or the coming months. Although this talk right now, it's specifically focused then on how you can finish strong despite having only 4 days left, 5 days left in the month. But yeah, anyone with a goal that you want to finish, you can really learn. We can all still learn a lot from this meeting. So, why do we need to finish strong? For those who have a target that you want, I'm talking to those who have a goal that you want to hit this month. Why do I suggest that you still finish strong despite having only a few days left in the month? As I was saying kanina before we were cut off, the unfortunate thing, both the fortunate and the unfortunate thing about our business is that even if we don't hit anything in a month, even if we're not productive at all in a month, we do not get kicked out. We can start over and over and over and over again. There really is no deadline in this business because we don't have any bosses. Our only bosses are our goals. The only deadlines that we need to meet are the deadlines that we set ourselves. I say that it is unfortunate because having no deadlines or having no one telling us what to do, what targets to meet, it actually, paano ba? Some of us, it causes us to quit fighting or to stop fighting just because of the thought that I can always start again naman. And while that is okay, I would really still prefer, I would really recommend that you just keep fighting. Don't brush that thought in your mind that I can always start again naman tomorrow. So there's really no need to fight as hard this month because there's always going to be February, there's always going to be March, there's always going to be April. So why do we need to finish strong? Bakit ba? So there's a video that I would like you to watch. It's 15 minutes long and it's from someone who I totally respect. I have very high respect for in this business. Not just because he was able to achieve, by the way, this guy, just a few days ago, he announced that he is going to retire from being involved, from physically being involved in Nu Skin because he and his family decided that they were able to build, this is harvest time for them. It has long been harvest years for them, but this time they decided that this season in their life, they just want to serve the church. So, growing up in this business, I learned so much from this guy. Just 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 seeing him live the kind of life that was just used to be just goals for him. Right now he's living that dream life. He has a jet of his own. He gets to fly anywhere around the world when he decides to. He doesn't need anyone. He has his own. I think he also knows how to fly his own plane. But yeah, on top of beyond, more than just being able to achieve tremendous amounts, I think all of the dreams that he's ever thought of for his family, beyond all of that, he was able to bless, um, I would say, millions of families around the world, even those who are not part of his organization. So I think that this sharing, um, will learn so much from it. So are you ready to listen? Are you ready to watch him? You can still hear it very clearly. Audio is still clear.
Weekend for Nu Skin. This is the last. I'm going to share my screen right now. I've got a great little and see what it's all about. Okay, I'm going to share my screen right now. I've got a great little presentation that we want to go through just briefly here. I'm not going to get through this whole thing today, you guys, but we will get through a part of it. So this is, again, one of my favorite authors. I've got 4 or 5 of them, but Ben Hardy does a great job kind of distilling other people's thoughts and his own thoughts and putting them in a great place. And this was an article he put together called One Decision Separates the Wealthy from the Non-Wealthy. What would you think that decision would be? Now, I've been talking about this, not in that particular vernacular exactly, but I have been conceptually speaking about this for, I don't know, almost the entire 29 years that I've been working on Nu Skin. And it's because it came really clear to my brain probably 2 months after I joined the company. And sunshine coming through this morning. There we go, right through my blinds. Anyway, it's this decision, and what it was that came clear to me during that particular time was that this is all about leverage. This is about putting yourself in a position where you can create the right kind of leverage so that you don't have to do it all yourself. And that's what most people do their whole lives. They kind of make this fork in the road, you know, and they go down the wrong fork. And like 95% of them go down the wrong fork. And that's just an absolute tragedy when that happens. And so what we want to do is we want to pick the right fork. And I've spent 29 years trying to show people one way, Nu Skin, to pick the right fork in the road so they don't go down another fork and waste, from a financial point of view, their lives. And just trade their life away for some money and never really have anything significant enough to make it happen. So check this out. The fastest way to make success inevitable in your life is to only do work that is incentive-based. Whoa! Because that's us, guys. That's us to a T, okay? What does that mean? Only do work that is incentive-based. What it means is that you don't trade your time for money. It means you don't exchange hours for dollars. It means you don't end up having this, one-for-one linear exchange of time for money. Because if that's what you're going to do, it's never going to happen. It won't happen. It's almost impossible for that to happen. And if you're in a company or in a government job or some big organizational job or something, and there's no incentive, all you got to do is just kind of be employed and get your paycheck every 2 weeks or every month. And if that is your existence, that is not incentive-based. It doesn't matter what your performance is, really, over time, maybe over a long period of time, but most of the time, organizations like school districts can't even fire teachers that are horrible. And there ought to definitely be the ability to replace people that are horrible teaching our children, right? And so, what you've got to find is you got to get yourself into a mode where you are being paid on production, on performance, on producing something significant. And if you are, then that's how you're going to get wealthy. So, what's the decision? The decision is to take complete ownership of every decision in your life. That's it. Take ownership. Be responsible, right? Don't think somebody else is going to, feed you, take care of you, create the job for you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just going to close this blind very quickly because it is absolutely blinding me. Sorry about that. That'll be better. All right. Okay. So that's it. Take ownership, right? If you want to make dramatic strides forward, the only work environments are where consequences of your actions are immediate and real that make any difference, right? So think about that. You got to be demanded by your situation to come up with a result. Now let's stop and think about our business. If you want to be successful in this company of Nu Skin Enterprises around the world, first thing you do is you got to decide to join. And you have to recognize and acknowledge that you're in the exact circumstances in your life where you find yourself today. Whatever those circumstances are, from a relationship point of view, from a financial point of view, a spiritual point of view, an emotional point of view, you are in those positions because and only because of the decisions you have made to this point in your life, to the decisions you've made today, what you did today when you decided to get out of bed and get some exercise, or you decided to sleep in. Okay? So you are in the position that you find yourself in right now because of the totality of decisions you've made to this point in your life. And if you want something to change, you've got to put yourself in a new place. Okay? So from a financial point of view, you say, all right, I'm going to put myself in a new place. You make a decision. You join Nu Skin. You have joined now a vehicle that's going to allow you to take tremendous strides if you perform. But you're in a vehicle that is going to demand that you produce results. If you don't produce results in Nu Skin, you're not going to make anything in Nu Skin. If you produce dramatic results in Nu Skin, then you're going to get dramatic compensation. Your life's going to change in a really dramatic way, like my life has, like many thousands of other leaders in Nu Skin's lives have changed because they utilized the vehicle, took responsibility for where they're at, and decided that they were going to do this business and follow the plan. And the plan is the compensation plan that I'm talking about. That's where the rules are made right there. You got to meet the requirements of the compensation plan, and if you don't do it, you will not get the money. And if you do it, then you're going to get paid well. And if you do it really, really well, you're going to get paid really, really well. That's just the way it works. A lot of people over the years have said, man, I think some of those top team elites in Nu Skin are way overpaid. I disagree. I completely disagree. You are paid based on the impact you have in the economy. And if your impact is really significant, you're going to make a lot of money. Does everybody think that Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, has had a big impact on the economy? Are you kidding me? He's totally revolutionized the way people shop and the way they think and the way they get delivery of their product. Do you think he's worth being a 100 billionaire, or something like that? Yeah, he's getting paid and compensated because he lives in a country and he lives in an economy that's willing to compensate people for taking huge life where you find yourself today. Whatever those got to be demanded by in your life. That's it. Take ownership. Be responsible, right? Don't think somebody else is going to, feed you, take care of you, create the job for you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just going to close this.
Sorry, it's stopping. So we will...
in those positions because and only because the only work environments are where consequences of your actions are immediate and real that make any difference, right? So think about that. You got to be demanded by your situation to come up with a result. Now let's stop and think about our business. If you want to be successful in this company of Nu Skin Enterprises around the world, first thing you do is you got to decide to join. And you have to recognize and acknowledge that you're in the exact circumstances in your life where you find yourself today. Whatever those circumstances are, from a relationship point of view, from a financial point of view, a spiritual point of view, an emotional point of view, you are in those positions because and only because of the decisions you have made to this point in your life, to the decisions you've made today, what you did today when you decided to get out of bed and get some exercise, or you decided to sleep in. Okay? So you are in the position that you find yourself in right now because of the totality of decisions you've made to this point in your life. And if you want something to change, you've got to put yourself in a new place. Okay? So from a financial point of view, you say, all right, I'm going to put myself in a new place. You make a decision. You join Nu Skin. You have joined now a vehicle that's going to allow you to take tremendous strides if you perform. But you're in a vehicle that is going to demand that you produce results. If you don't produce results in Nu Skin, you're not going to make anything in Nu Skin. If you produce dramatic results in Nu Skin, then you're going to get dramatic compensation. Your life's going to change in a really dramatic way, like my life has, like many thousands of other leaders in Nu Skin's lives have changed because they utilized the vehicle, took responsibility for where they're at, and decided that they were going to do this business and follow the plan. And the plan is the compensation plan that I'm talking about. That's where the rules are made, right there. You got to meet the requirements of the compensation plan, and if you don't do it, you will not get the money. And if you do it, then you're going to get paid well. And if you do it really, really well, you're going to get paid really, really well. That's just the way it works. A lot of people over the years have said, man, I think some of those top team elites in Nu Skin are way overpaid. I disagree. I completely disagree. You are paid based on the impact you have in the economy. And if your impact is really significant, you're going to make a lot of money. Does everybody think that Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, has had a big impact on the economy? Are you kidding me? He's totally revolutionized the way people shop and the way they think and the way they get delivery of their product. Do you think it's, he's worth being a 100 billionaire, or something like that? Yeah, he's getting paid and compensated because he lives in a country and he lives in an economy that's willing to compensate people for taking huge risks and for performing really, really well. And that's what you have the ability to do here. If you're an individual, you're never going to be able to perform at a level by yourself without people around you, without building a team or building a company or building a network in our company to get compensated at really high levels. You're going to have to do that. If you're just one person going back and forth on a freeway someplace, waiting in traffic an hour a day or waiting on a train station and trying to catch a train to the office or whatever, if you're just one person doing one thing, if you're a painter working by yourself painting a house, it is never going to happen. If you're a doctor seeing patients one at a time, if you're a lawyer working on 1 hour at a time, you can only give that hour to one client, you are toast. You are never going to enjoy financial security and time freedom in your life like the way you could if you found a way to get dramatic results, to leverage yourself, to leverage your time. And that is what is so perfect about these thoughts from Ben Hardy here, is that you have the ability to stop right now and ask yourself, are you in a position, are you in a situation that demands results? Or do you get your paycheck anyway? Are you going to get the paycheck whether you show up, happy, sad, depressed, excited, motivated, not motivated? If you're going to get the paycheck anyway, you're not in the right place. Are you part of the results economy? Are you part of the just go through the motions economy? Well, here's another way to think of it. It's the time and effort economy. Are you focused on being just busy? Time and energy that you put in merits your praise. You believe that the more time that you dump into an opportunity is the way you need to get paid. Hey, boss, look at me. I've been here since 7 a.m. I don't leave till 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Notice me right here. I'm sitting my butt at this desk and I'm working longer than everybody else, so you should be taking better care of me. I mean, what a weak sauce. That's ridiculous, That matters not at all how long your butt's sitting in the chair. It doesn't. You're just there trying to like follow the rules, brown nose, kiss butt, be the model employee and see if you can get a raise. That is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous way to spend your life, kissing butt for other people. You can be involved in a results economy, okay? Not a time and effort economy, but a results economy where you're focused on achieving a specific result. What would that be in Nu Skin? Well, first stop is become an executive. Second stop after that is get yourself on a success trip. Third stop after that is become a blue diamond in Nu Skin, and Velocity has just made that eminently more doable for many more people to tap into blue diamond compensation and blue diamond lifestyle. And we're going to talk about that in detail at the wrap-up from 1 to 3 on Saturday, tomorrow afternoon in Provo, Utah at the UVCC, okay? So you're not trading time for money. You're focused on achieving a specific result. You're not worried about your reputation. Oh, my gosh. Is you being worried about your reputation going to pay off your mortgage? Is it going to put your kids in the best colleges or the best classes or the best schools? Is it going to give you those memories and experiences, being able to take your family places around the world like I've been able to do? Did I care that people snickered behind my back? Oh, look at Nathan. He's doing network marketing or whatever they were saying, right? And I'm saying to myself, are you insane? You are doing a time and effort deal. You're trading time for money. You're in some ridiculous job that is never going to set you free. You're so brain dead. You're so blinded that you think that there's some career path that you need to march down, only to find out that it never turns out, and you get downsized, delayed, right-sized, laid off, whatever it is. And all of a sudden, the company's gone out of business, acquired, things change, company shuts down, they move, whatever. Markets change, things go away. And I'm sitting here for 30 years now almost, cranking away, having phenomenal income stream, having control of my life, having freedom to do the things I want to do whenever I want to do them, to buy my own airplanes, to fly around the world, take my family all over the world in every continent except Antarctica, and be able to give these kind of experiences and have thousands of people join me in the venture and become leaders and change their own lives in those very same and similar ways. And you know what? Could it have been any better? I doubt it. I mean, pretty hard pressed to try to figure out how it could be much better than it has been the last 29 years for my involvement in this company. It was because of one decision. That's what this broadcast is about. It was a decision to get out of, non-responsibility. It's somebody else putting hay in my manger and me munching on it every 2 weeks. It was the decision to take responsibility, to put myself in a results-based vehicle, not a time and effort vehicle. Yes, it takes a lot of time and effort, but anything does. But that wasn't it. It was being able to say, if I get this result, I'm going to get this reward. Okay, and I wasn't so worried about trying to follow the rules or create more rules or something like that. I was trying to go figure out how to maximize that compensation plan, and that I was able to do. So that's what we're looking for, guys. We're looking for that. Success comes to those who are result-oriented, okay? Those who are paid based on results are the most courageous and they're the most wealthy, says Dr. Thomas Stanley. And these are things that we need to think about today. And I'm right on the 8:15 mark, so I've taken my allotted time today. I'll continue on this thread next week a little bit as we round out the rest of the principles that were in this amazing article that I've begun to share with you here. But I want you to stop and think about it. We're just going to recap real quick, okay? We'll go back to this. One decision, right? One decision separates the wealthy from the non-wealthy. What is it? Okay, make your work incentive-based. Okay? Take complete ownership of your life, full responsibility. Put yourself in a place where you can make dramatic steps forward, not little teeny stupid steps and 3% annual increases in your salary. That will never get it done. That's just treading water. That's a cost of living increase. That's not getting ahead, right? So you only work in environments where the consequences are immediate and real, where you need to be demanded by your situation to come up with a result, right? Not a time and effort, not like, trading time for money, but a result-based economy. You got to be on that side of the equation. And as soon as you step on that side, now you got a chance, right? you're courageous, and you'll become the most wealthy by putting yourself in that kind of a position. Well, everybody, listen. We're going to head into Leadership Conference here now. We're going to have a phenomenal day. For all of you that are not there, if you can find somebody broadcasting on Facebook Live.
Hi, did you get that? Did you learn a lot from that? Did you learn a lot from that? Ayan. Sige. What did Nathan say? He said, you have to be in a, you know what, we've heard those words din naman na before. But after hearing that, it makes me even more solid. It makes me even more, what do you call that, solid about the idea that whatever it takes, you have to finish this month. Whatever it is that you are aiming for, you have to aim to finish it, whatever it takes. Bakit? Because, number one, sabi ni Nathan, you have to be in an incentive-based vehicle. Because otherwise, if you are in a vehicle that is not incentive-based, yung bang tipong kahit na hindi ka mag-e-effort, meron kang income, there's no success there. There is no wealth there. Your crazy dream life is impossible to achieve there. Kasi kapag ka hindi incentive-based, if yung vehicle doesn't force you to take responsibility, doesn't force you to take ownership, hindi ka mag-grow eh. And if you don't grow, your crazy dreams, it's just not going to be possible at all. Did you get that, guys? Did you get it? Did you get that message? You need to finish, because if you don't finish, it's like just being at work, giving your bare minimum. And if you do that, and if we keep doing that, and that became a habit, then we have we're sacrificing our chance at having our dream life. Well, sabi niya doon, di ba, parang you have to give your all to a vehicle that is capable of giving you leverage. Come to think about it, if we're willing to give the bulk of our months, bulk of our years to something that will never be able to give us our craziest dream lives, why can't we give the rest of this month, the rest of this year at something that can? Tama ba? I mean, you know what, 4 days, 5 days, if you really give it your all, it's impossible not to hit any target that you put your heart and your mind on. It's just impossible. Kailangan lang na mag-decide. We started with, you know what, diba, the topic is about how to finish strong. But we started with the why, because really what's gonna make you strong, finish strong, is not strategies eh. It's your inner fight. If solid yung reason mo why you need to fight, then you can finish. Kahit wala pa akong strategy na i-share sa inyo, you can definitely figure out ways to finish kapag gusto mo talagang matapos. Is that clear so far, guys? You know, I don't know if you're hearing me. So I really need that you say hello, yes, no, so that if you are in my position, all you ever see is a laptop, and all you ever hear is your voice speaking. So it's it's it try it na magsalita ka on your own without no one. You need someone responding, so you know if you're still getting through people or not, diba? So again, from that video, alam mo, ano kasi siya eh, the way I think about it, if we give up every single time that it looks hard, our dreams will have zero chance of happening. We hear this a lot, lalo na for those who've been in the camp with us, that how we do anything is how we do everything, and I believe that 1,000%. Excellence kasi it's not a one-time act. It's not a one-time fight. It's a habit. It's an every single day decision. And our lives kasi, it will not change. Pag yung idea mo is that I will, you know what, meron namang February, meron namang March, meron namang next month na lang ako lalaban. You know what, your life, our lives, it will not be changed but what we will do tomorrow, but what we will decide to do the next day, the next week, the next month. It will be decided on, mangyayari siya, mababago siya by the decisions that we make today and by the things that we choose to do today. So, hindi ano siya eh, parang for me, just the mere act of fighting, it gives us our dream lives a chance. Pero kapag ngayon pa lang, you already give up na 5 days na lang eh, onte na lang yung days, might as well just restart next week. You know what? That single thought, that is already, parang yun pa lang, yung thought pa lang na yun, I really encourage you that if your dreams are important to you, never ever entertain those thoughts because they're never ever gonna help you. For me, in my mind, right from the very beginning, my new skin goals, whatever it may be for that month. You know what? For me, this is how I think about it. To be honest, right from the very beginning that I started, from the moment that I signed up, I filed for LOI, and I never went back to distributor. I never graced, not because it wasn't easy, because it was hard. Nu Skin was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. And it wasn't just hard for 1 month, for a couple of months, for a couple of years. It was really hard. The struggle was really real. But when I think about it, ganun talaga eh. Success is an uphill climb. I cannot expect that things are going to be easy because, so, you know what? In my mind, yung Nu Skin targets ko, even as simple as hitting an additional 500 points or hitting a 1,000 point target, when I was starting in the business, I did not see it as a Nu Skin goal. I did not see it as a target. I did not see it as a point goal. I did not see it as a productivity goal. In my mind, those goals, whatever those may be and however little they may seem to be, I look at it and see it as equivalent to my dreams. And in my mind, kapag hindi ko siya nilaban, kahit napakaliit lang niya na points, kapag hindi ko siya nilaban, in my mind, it's like giving up on my dreams. And I just wasn't hindi lang ako ready. Parang my dreams are just too important for me that too important for me to give up on them. I suggest that somehow you take on this kind of mindset. Yung isipin mo na, kasi it's true. You know what? If you look at other vehicles out there, you'll never find anything as generous as Nu Skin. Nu Skin was able to literally transform thousands, probably even millions of families. Parang for a company able to do something like that, alam mo yun, parang kung meron akong company na itataya yung pangarap ko, parang I've never met any company that could ever come close to Nu Skin. So much so that I would be willing na itaya yung pangarap ko on it. I dare you to find any business that has transformed so many lives, as so many family lives like Nu Skin did. In fact, parang Nu Skin nga lang yata yung may pinakamadaming parents homeschooling their kids. And you know what? Yung some of you will not be able to relate to this or will not, but yung thought lang na they have, Nu Skin was able to gift a lot of parents, those who want it, to have massive amounts of time and resources to be able to be 100%, to be present with their sa mga anak nila. And really be with them as they grow. Parang that's something eh. That's more than any money or any compensation could buy. Yung time, something as simple as Nu Skin being able to gift a lot of parents spend sobrang daming quality time with their kids. That is something. So for me, right from the very beginning, Nu Skin is not a sideline business to me. Nu Skin is not a part-time business to me. It's not, I really prioritize it because for me, it's equivalent to my dreams. Literally, parang I'm not doing Nu Skin for anything else, for the skincare, because I'm not really into skincare. Parang I'm loving Nu Skin products, but I can really live without any skincare. I mean, it is not my priority. I'm loving Nu Skin because I see it as my dreams. So, whatever targets that I have, graduating a partner, helping a partner, or yun nga, something as very simple as meeting my LOI target, or helping my partner meet her LOI target. I take it seriously because, by the way, when I say helping my partner meet her LOI target, I really only help those who help themselves. Kasi, di ba, you can't want it more than they want it for themselves. So it has to be both has to be committed. So I see it as equivalent to my dream. Kaya it's not an option for me not to meet it kasi it's like giving up on my dreams. So yeah, I hope and I really pray that somehow you get to adopt that kind of mindset, because that mindset helped me have a reason for fighting. Kasi suddenly hindi na lang siya points. Suddenly it's all about my parents whom I'm doing the business for, my kids who I'm doing the business for, and those people I just couldn't give up on them. So, sabi ni Nathan Ricks, sabi niya, this is, sabi niya, executive, and then you take this seriously by signing up, and then targeting to be an executive, then targeting to join the incentive trip, and then targeting to join Blue Diamond ship. And you know what? Finishing LOI strong is part of this process. Finishing exec strong is part of this process. Small, but you know what? Di ba, Blue Diamond is equivalent to you getting your dreams. Part yun eh. Finishing LOI strong, part yun ng journey mo. Maliit lang siya, but it's a very, very important step. And when you delay that step, you're delaying everything else. Kasi, really, when fighting to finish strong, it's an inside job. It's not really about strategies. Because to be honest, yes, I know there are. Kasi enough na may BDD eh. Enough that there are trainings or there are trainings on a weekly basis being that is open for me to access. My executive at that time never really gave me any strategies to finish. But in my mind, alam ko naman na yung products. Alam ko yung equivalent points niya. Alam ko what will produce volume, finding builders, etc. yung ganon. So, really, it was an inside job. It was, if in your mind, you decide that you're gonna fight, then you have a chance. Pagka, you're gonna, the how, it's just gonna follow. Pero if in your mind, ayaw mo na lumaban because you think it's just not worth fighting for, then no strategy will ever be able to help you. Kasi those who win, they win because they want it so bad to win, not because someone gave them a better strategy. Did you get that? Because the why is more important than the strategy. The strategy, it's just really secondary. Is that clear so far? This is another reason why I think we should fight.
Nice to see you. My name is Nick Vujicic, and it's a pleasure to be with you. So I have no limbs, but I have a little chicken drumstick. And you like that? That would really cool if I could get this to get some technical, like, here we go. There you go. You like that? Is that cool? Beautiful. But honestly, along the way, you might fall down like this. Ready? So what do you do when you fall down? Get back up. Everybody knows to get back up, because if I start walking, I'm not going to get anywhere. But I tell you, there are some times in life where you fall down, you feel like you don't have the strength to get back up. Do you think you have hope? Because I tell you, I'm down here, face down, and I have no arms, no legs. It should be impossible for me to get back up. No. You see, I will try 100 times to get up. If I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think I'm ever going to get up? No. But if I fail, I try again and again and again. I just want you to know that it's not the end. That is how you're going to finish. Are you going to finish strong? And you will find that strength to get back up like this.
You agree? You know what? I've heard him give that sharing at Araneta Coliseum, and the very first time that I heard that, it was really, really very powerful. And why do we need to fight strong? To finish strong? Because we can. Diba, we always hear, we've heard this before, that we are made in the likeness of God. And when I hear those words right now, I don't think that what they meant when they said we are made in the likeness of God, I don't think it's something as simple as meron tayong ilong, meron tayong bibig, meron tayong mata, meron tayong buhok, meron tayong legs. I don't think na ganun kababaw yung ibig sabihin nun eh. I think what it meant there is that we are capable of doing, just like Papa God, parang we are capable of doing amazing things. We are capable of miracles. That's what I think those words meant. And if we are capable of creating miracles like Papa God, we can definitely finish strong if we just want to finish strong. You've heard me, some of you have heard me share this story, lalo na the past weeks. Sabi, there's about the seed store, and if you're an executive, you've read this. I shared this on our executive thread. So there's a hardware store now, and in that hardware store, there's a person who went inside and said, you know what? Sabi niya, my dream is to have a house and lot, 2 floors with 3 bedrooms. That's my dream house. So I'm gonna go inside this hardware store, and I will ask for, bibili ako ng house and lot that's 3 bedroom, 2 floors with all this shebangs. So bumili siya, tapos sabi sa kanya ng hardware store, okay, sige po, bibigay ko sa'yo yung binili mo. Tapos that person was surprised because the owner came back not with a house and lot, but with a bunch of bricks, limpak-limpak na nails, at kung ano-ano pang materyales just to build the house. And sabi ng tao, teka lang, kasi ang pinag-pray ko house and lot eh. Why are you giving me these materials? And you know what? If you were able to watch the Type 5 the past 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, tama ba? Or a week ago. 2 weeks ago pala. So if you've watched that Type 5, in that video, diba, parang sabi doon that we are already the answered prayer that we are waiting for. We have all the provisions that we are praying for. And naniniwala ako na everything that we could ever pray for and everything that we have prayed for in the past, God already answered those prayers. Gusto mong mag-Ruby, gusto mong mag-Blue Diamond, gusto mong mag-Team Elite, gusto mo ng 6-figure a month, gusto mo ng income that will give you time and financial freedom. I believe that God loves us so much and that He doesn't play favorites, that every single one of us, He has already answered our prayers. Anything that we could ever imagine, beyond, yun nga di ba? Beyond anything we could ever pray for and we could ever imagine. Yun nga lang kasi, when God answers our prayers, it doesn't come in the form of our exact dreams. It comes in the form of hardware materials. If you prayed for a papaya, you don't get the exact papaya right away. You get the seeds. We can finish strong, we can fight strong because God already answered our prayers. God already gave us abundant, all the tools that we would ever need to finish strong. All we have to do is just get those materials and work at it, at building it or planting it every single day. Naniniwala ako na, yun nga, kung gusto mong matapos this month, God is going to make it. God already answered it. God already gave you the time. God already gave you the wisdom. God already gave us enough knowledge. God gave us enough connections. God gave us every single thing we will ever need to finish strong. We just need to grab those materials with both our hands and fight. And really go out there and make our prayers for this month answered. Make our dreams for this year answered. Clear so far? Hindi ako naniniwala na God is a God who punishes and rewards people. Kasi we're not like that as parents. Diba, we want to give our kids the best of everything, but we want them to work hard for it because we know that spoiling them doesn't really help them in the long run. Diba? If that we really love our kids, we want to make them grow alongside the thing that they desire most. So, naniniwala ako na ganun din si Papa God sa atin. Na, andito na kailangan, nasa iyo na lahat, every single provision. You just really have to use it. 5 days, akala natin, maiksi lang siya. Pero you know what? 5 days is more than enough time to make any of those targets happen. Kasi, yun nga God gave us abundant. God already answered our prayers abundantly. Kailangan lang natin kumausap ng tao. More than enough. Kailangan lang natin kumausap ng madaming tao in those 5 days. Because, you know what? God already answered our prayers. My LOI story. When I started, so I'm not a fast LOI. I signed up and then it took me the whole 6 months to finish my LOI. And I remember at that time, I was still doing the business part-time with China Bank. And at that time, I am also, on top of working, meron akong management trainee program. So meron din kaming mga exams to pass the SDP, Supervisory Development Program. And and on top of that, so ang daming puyat. I remember before nagbi-BOM ako, during BOM, nagre-review pa ako. Tapos after kong mag-review, babalik ako sa BOM to close guests and all that. I remember on my 6th month in the business, it was my make or break month. Ang kaso, I think there was only 3 days left or 5 days, mga 3 days, 5 days left ano yan sige, 5 days, alam ko naman na na nahihirapan na akong matapos. Pero I think ganun din, mga a week before the end, I already scheduled, ang tawag dito, as kunyaring sick leave. So, sa amin kasi, basta 2 days ka pa lang or 3 days kang naka-sick leave, hindi mo naman kailangan ng medical certificate. So, nag-schedule ako ng kunyaring sick leave. Kumbaga, tipong the day before akong mag-file ng sick leave, parang nagkukunyari na ako na medyo mahina. And, pero sa totoo lang, yun nga, I was scheduling meetups for those sick leaves, just so that I could meet my goal that month. Kasi naalala ko, matatapos na parang 5 days na lang, kulang pa ako ng 800 points. Nag-leave ako for 3 days. And 2 days to go na lang, wala pa ring nadadagdag dun sa 800 points na kulang. Ano pa rin, parang lahat ng minimit ko doon, lahat ng mga napepresentan ko during the time that I was on sick leave, either they were not ready yet, or they didn't have the money to sign up, or talagang just really right off the bat, no lang talaga. And sabi ko, this is hindi pwedeng hindi ako matapos. 2 days before the cut-off, meron akong pinuntahan, meron akong na-schedule na I knew that even if I don't have any connection sa mayayaman, because as you all know, I grew up in a Scottish settlement, and at that time, so my contacts were relatives who doesn't have any money, neighbors who doesn't have any money, and classmates who also didn't have money. Kasi I was 25. I was 25 at that time. So I remember, sabi ko, I have to schedule, kailangan meron akong makontak na mayaman. And I remember, si Ruth is a classmate, a really close friend from UP College. Pero first year college ko siya friend. Tapos naalala ko lang na si Ruthie, mayaman yung parents niya. Hindi ko pwedeng, at that time, nag-know na sa akin si Ruth for the business. Napresentan ko na siya ng business, and she didn't want to do the business. Pero then I asked her, Ruth, okay lang ba if I present, at that time, ang schedule ko for her dad is I'm going to present Nourish the Children program to him as support. Parang yun. Believe me or not, that was the very first time I'm going to present NTC. Hindi ako executive nito ha, naglumalaban pa lang ako for LOI. So, what I did was I researched about NTC, yung mga ganon. So, when I was presenting to him, alam ko nag-download pa ako ng mga PowerPoint ng NTC noon. And nagdi-discuss ako ng NTC sa kanya. Tapos nagtanong siya, ilan na ba yung nagdo-donate sa inyo? Sabi ko, madami na pong nag-donate sa amin, mga some people po, hundreds of bags na yung nakapag-donate sa amin. Honestly, I've never experienced any donation yet. Pero niisip ko, totoo naman na madami talagang nakapag-donate sa amin, hindi lang directly through me. And I remember I was able to close him for, I think, 600 points of Vitamil. And guys, remember hindi siya ang first appointment ko. 3 days yung leave ko. Lahat ng mga presentations ko, 3 days yung leave ko dun sa 5 days left na wala pa akong volume. Pero from January, from the start of the month, I was already in writing for BOM. Wala lang talaga. Hindi lang talaga nagsasign up, di nagpapakita, nagka-cancel, etc. Yung mga ganun. So 5 days left. On my third day, 2 days to go, yung sa last day nga, na-schedule ko siya last day ng kunyari kong sick leave. So may mga na-schedule pa ako before that meeting, evening ko na-meet si Tito. Tapos si Tito, tapos sabi niya, so magsiswipe siya ng card niya, dinala ko siya sa Octagon. Tapos sa Octagon, at that time, since may gallery, nakwentuhan ko na rin siya ng mga TRA, etc., ng ibang products. And at that time, natapos ko yung buong 800 points that day. And after ko siyang mapresentan, after niya nang umalis, sobrang nag-shake ako kasi parang I just can't believe that natapos ko siya. Sobrang very clear pa sa akin yung araw na yon kasi yung gallery ng Octagon nun, sobrang maganda pa kasi mga products, you can try them all pa. Tapos inikot ko siya. And you know what? I had so many months like that and yun nga, some people might think that it's because I'm already good at this. But you know what? No one is ever good at new skin when they start. Everyone starts everyone starts clueless. Pero it's not kasi our knowledge eh. It's really not about our skills. It's about how much we want to fight. So, really, before we talk about how to finish strong, you really have to have a goal so big that you are willing to fight for it. Kasi if you have a goal so big, you're willing to fight for it, and you cannot, to the point that you're not willing to delay it, then parang the strategies, this is going to be, kumbaga, you'll figure out your own. Malalaman mo kung paano mo gagawin yung, paano ka matatapos. Kailangan mo lang malaman kung bakit. Diba? So, how are you gonna finish strong? Volumes can come from, by the way, guys, is it clear so far? You can still hear me? Good. So volumes, you have to understand. Targets are usually, you know what? Honestly, if you've had a strat meeting with me lately, you would know that I'm encouraging those who had strat meeting with me to focus mastering their 10,000 hours in finding business builders. Because honestly, volumes will never be an issue for you if you have business builders. Parang ano yan eh. Did you know that the best-selling coffee in the world is not Starbucks, it's not Toby's Estate, it's not Seattle's Best? The best-selling coffee in terms of volume around the world is McDonald's coffee. Not because it's the best tasting coffee, but because McDonald's has more distribution channels, more franchises than there are Starbucks, than there are Seattle's Best. Because at the end of the day, in business, it's about the number of distribution channels that you have. The volumes, it's about having a lot of distribution channels, and then it's kahit na onte lang yung customers ng each distribution channels, but because there's a lot of them, the volumes, it's gonna go up. Diba? But, so yeah. The volumes will follow the distribution channels. Focus on that first. But for the purpose of fighting, pero paano kung wala ka pang business builders? Kasi it's normal eh. That in the process for of us finding builders, it really takes time for people to say yes. It really takes time to find leaders. What are you gonna do when the business builders are not around yet? So all in all, there's 3 ways where you can get your volumes from. Business builders, another is through resellers and institutions or wholesalers, another is through customers. So business builders, our harvest now, this we all have to understand. Our harvest now is based on our planting 3 to 5 months ago. If wala kang na-invite and na-sift for business the past 3 to 5 months ago, that's the reason why a volume is a challenge right now. Kasi talagang sign-ups usually takes about that long. 3 to 5 months since their very first exposure. Kasi guys, remember, it's not about the first business. It's not about the BOM or the business preview. It's about the 8 exposures that happens after that. 8 exposures. Very, very, very valuable. We've discussed that in the past meetings, and we're gonna go back to that next time. But in the meantime, you have to know that it takes time, which we all already know. It takes time for people to sign up because people need to have to see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture, very rarely would you find a person who sees it on the very first business preview. It rarely happens. So harvest comes 3 to 5 months ago. Yung result mo right now, the volumes that you're earning right now, it's because of what you did, what activities you did, what kind of work ethics that you had the past 3 to 5 months ago. And this is why planting must be consistent every single day. Kasi hindi mo nakikita yung result, pero sa totoo lang, it's taking roots already. 3 to 5 months later, if you kept planting every single day, inviting people for business, sifting people for business, 3 to 5 months later, you're never going to worry about volumes for most months ever again. Clear so far? But guys, you have to remember that we are here to find leaders, not make leaders. Naniniwala ako that leaders, they are made. In real life, outside of Nu Skin, leaders are made. Leaders, kumbaga, people become leaders as a result of their environment, of their influence, made naman talaga, 'di ba? Outside of Nu Skin, it's made. But within Nu Skin, we have to find those who are already made. We have to find those who already have track record as leaders. Because our dreams are that important that they cannot wait. Kasi yung dreams natin, usually, they are equivalent to people, not just material things. And people, like our parents and our kids, those are the groups of people that cannot wait for us to be successful. Yung magulang natin, hindi na nila ma-experience yung good life if mag-aantay pa tayong mag-develop ng tao. Yung mga anak natin, paano pa sila makaka-experience ng best quality time from you if you kept delaying your success, diba? So, for the purpose, just because we wanted to get to our dreams the fastest time that we could, we cannot wait for people to decide to commit. Right now, we have to already find those who already have a solid why and those who are already willing and understands the value of hard work and commitment. So yeah, a strong executive, just so just so alam lang natin, a strong executive, if you want to become a strong executive, which is the foundation of every single leader, kumbaga, pag nalaman mo to become a strong executive, then you can teach 4 other people how to become strong executives themselves. Ruby yun, di ba? Help more people become Ruby executives, Blue Diamond yun. So really, ang foundation ng lahat is to become a strong executive. But a strong executive, you have to understand, para maging strong executive ka, you have to have about 10 seriously building business partners. That's the most reliable measure of a strong executive. Pag meron kang 10 seriously building partners in your organization, volume will not be an issue for you. So, sorry. So, don't stop. Never stop until you get to that point. Clear so far? Clear so far? Yun nga lang, again, some people, it's very normal that when you're starting, when you're still learning how to find the right work ethics, normal talaga that we are not, our group is still, we're still building to be strong, diba? So, the volume coming from business builder, that might not be the best source or best option for finishing your target, your volume target for the month. See, again, it takes planting, diba? So, but there's 2 other options where you can get your volume or productivity from. Ang suggestion ko, while you are focusing on this, still invite for business every single day. Kahit na meron kang ini-invite for at prioritize na product presentation, still spend time planting for business. Now, resellers and wholesalers. Did you know that sige, ganito. Recently, last Monday, I was in Zambales. Yung part ng Zambales na yon, it's about, actually, hindi naman siya ganun kalayo sa Subic. Pero yung lugar nila, medyo probinsya din talaga. Kasi ang nearest mall sa kanila is yung Subic na, which is not near. Kasi wala namang traffic papunta sa ganon, pero siguro it's still about mga 45 minutes away from Subic. So when I went there, so meron ako napuntahan na dentist. Yung isang dentist na yon, wala siyang account sa Nu Skin, pero nagbebenta siya ng AP24 worth 550 pesos. Just to check, how much is an AP24? Magkano ang AP24? Anyone? It's 280 pesos. Kaya siya umabot ng 550 sa Zambales kasi yung reseller nagbebenta pa sa ibang resellers, ang dami ng patong. Diba? But surprisingly, that dentist in Zambales nakakabenta ng AP24 worth 550 pesos. When I shared that to a partner, 400 pesos ang SRP niya. When I shared that to a partner, sabi niya, actually, mura pa yan. Kasi yung kakilala ko na taga-probinsya, ang benta sa kanila ng AP24 is 1,000 pesos. Crazy. Diba? Isipin mo 1,000 pesos. As in, binibigay niya na at 400 pesos, sinasabi pa sa kanya, uy, hindi, baka nalugi ka na, kasi 1,000 ko naman kukuha, sige na, 500 na yung kunin mo. Crazy, di ba? Walang, binigay niya at 400, willing pa to pay 100 peso more kasi nga, for the past months, she's been getting her 80/24 for 1,000 pesos. Ang point lang is ganito. Sa tingin nyo ba, kung sisipagan mo talaga, makakahanap ka kaya ng 5 dentista? Kunyari lang ha, you don't have to, like, for me, when I started, I did not focus on this. What I focused on are business builders, diba? But these are just options for you. We're just brainstorming options on where volumes could possibly come from, diba? Is it possible for you to find 5 dentists who will be willing to carry AP24 in their clinic? Do you think that is possible? If you are going to do your absolute best to keep asking dentist after dentist after dentist after dentist, whether here in Manila or in the province, do you think you can find 5 people na willing magbenta ng AP24 at 400 pesos? Do you think? Absolutely. Meron at meron kang mahahanap. Cherry, you're from Batangas. Kung mag-absent ka ng 3 days, susuyurin mo lahat ng dentista sa Batangas, ewan ko na lang kung wala kang makita kasi meron at meron kang makikita. And guys, 400 pesos, that's really the price of specialized toothpaste in Manila. Meron talagang nagbebenta ng mga 500 pesos lang. Mga ganon. Now, this 5 dentists, do you think this 5 dentists, meron din silang at least 5 classmate na dentista din that they could share AP24 to? You think? Sa tingin nyo, meron siyang makikita? Yung dentista, meron kakilalang dentista din? Absolutely. Meron at meron. Hazel, you're from Baliwag. Kung magsispend ka ng buong linggo, umaga hanggang gabi, na manunuyod ka ng dentista, meron at meron kang mahahanap. Ate Marimil talaga. Ate Mamil, sa buong Manila, kung manunuyod ka, meron at meron kang makikita. Diba? Yung 5 na dentista yon, kung meron din silang tagli-5 kaibigan na dentist din, and then this 25 people, meron din tagli-5 kaibigan na dentista, then that's 100. That's a total of 155 people. This 155 people, kung depende sa kung gaano ka crazy yung work ethics, that can happen in 3 months' time, that can happen in a year's time. That really depends on the person putting in the hard work, diba? It's very possible na yung every dentist can move 10 AP24 sa isang buwan. Do you think it's possible? Every 3 days, araw-araw meron niyang kaharap na ipin. Araw-araw, pinupuntahan niya ng mga tao na may ipin, na ang gustong-gusto mangyari sa ipin nila ay pumuti man lang. Diba? It's, I think, very, very possible makamove sila ng 10 AP24. Did you know that monthly consumption, 155 dentists consuming 34 points sa isang buwan, that is actually 5,270. After a while, you will become an executive having these many dentist partners, and then after a while, that 5,270 points, that is 50,000 income for executives. Impossible? Absolutely not. Kayang-kaya kung talagang manunuyod. Tama ba? Diba? Ngayon, etong dentist, meron kaming, dun din sa Zambales, meron kaming na-sign up na meron siyang dermatology clinic. Facial spa actually. Pero hindi siya dermatologist. She's a nurse. Nurse siya, pero sa probinsya kasi, I think it doesn't matter kung derma ka or ano, ang tinitingnan nila is facial, okay, papa-facial ako. the moment we walked in, merong bumili sa kanya ng glutathione, yung bottle na mukhang hindi naman kagandahan, mukhang hindi naman ganun ka sobrang ganda yung science behind the person who made it. I mean, the company who made it. So, nagbenta siya ng 60 capsule Glutha for 2,200. Probinsya to, ha. Sobrang na-surprise ako to the point na nakwento ko sa kanya to. Sabi ko sa kanya, alam mo ba, meron kaming Image White that's 120 capsule. Pero, ang distributor price lang is 2,800. SRP is 8,500. Absolutely better, I'm sure, in terms of science, absolutely better than what you're currently selling at mas mura pa siya. Diba? Do you think kapag manunuyod ka din talaga, you know what? Ang mga dermatologists at saka yung mga facial spa din talaga, meron din talagang kumukuha sa kanila ng Image White. Avin has a dermatologist partner who has 3 clinics in Bicol, somewhere in Quezon City, and another one which I forgot. And nakaka-move siya ng madaming Image White. But let's just say na all these dermatologists or all these facial spas are only moving 3 Image Whites sa isang buwan. Possible? Do you think it's possible? If you're really going to go and suyod your friends, possible talaga siya. That is actually 14,000 in group sales volume, and that is 237,000 income for executives. If meron kang kaibigan na dermatologist, tita, tito, you have to talk to them. They can say no to you. Pero ang importante is that you were able to share something like this to them because this is their potential. That could be a potentially strong executive only moving Image White to their dermatologist friends din. You got that? So yeah. For example, Jimmy, what's your province? You have a province. Anong province mo, Jimmy? Bukidnon? If you have a brother or a sister in Bukidnon who is masipag and willing to go manuyod ng mga dentista at mga facial spa doon, they can do this. Diba? Yun nga lang, kapag base ka talaga abroad, that's the only parang pagka province-based in the Philippines, better na ganito yung gagawin nila instead of reselling, etc. Now, guys, yung iba sasabihin, kasi yung reseller ko, ang tamad, hindi masyadong nagpo-post Guys, remember, we're here to find leaders, not make them. So the answer is, kasi hindi siya yung tao Ang sagot lang talaga is, kailangan pa natin manuyod ng a little bit more. A lot more. That's the only solution to that. Ngayon, we might not have that many resellers at the moment. Diba? These are just ideas for you to entertain. Pero you might not have that many resellers right now. But you can still look at the volume or productivity that you still need for the month and divide that into possible sources where to get it. Pwede mong pag-isipan kung saan ko ba pwedeng, if I needed 1,000 group sales volume to finish strong this month, saan ko ba pwedeng, ano ba yung pwedeng options na pwede kong mapagkuhanan ng volume kasi iba't iba naman tayo ng kakilala So here we're just throwing in ideas for you to have para may maisip ka lang kung saan ba posibleng manggaling yung volume na yon, 'di ba? So third is customers. And for customers, I really suggest that pag sinabing customer and customer of high volume products like TR90, Y-span, R-squared, galvanic, high volume products. I really suggest that you focus on those with excess means. And we have so many products that can give so much value to our friends, titos and titas. If you don't know yet, we currently have a PDF of TR90, a PDF of Y-span, and a PDF of R-squared. It's a complete, thorough discussion. It was made by the generosity and the hard work of my core leaders. And this is also the reason why, if you are part of my team, we don't have any reason not to be generous with each other, because some people are ganito ang usapan. If you are part of my organization, I am really raising my team, my kids in the organization to be generous to each other. Because if only you know the kind of sacrifice and the kind of hard work your sisters, your brothers in the business are doing just to contribute, just to help out in the things that I'm asking them help for, you will have absolutely zero reason why you also cannot be generous. Kasi yun nga, some of the things that you are enjoying, they are because of the sacrifices of other people who doesn't have anything to gain from your success. Napasa ko lang, di ba? So anyway, we do have a PDF of those high volume products. You can ask, I've discussed in the past type 5s, which means that your mentors already know how to invite for Y-span, R-squared, and TR90. Even those who are based out of the country. In fact, mukhang ang market mo talaga for those products at the moment kasi, diba? Medyo, time is limited. Your market for those products are, ang mapi-PDF mo naman talaga are those who are based abroad, miles away from you. Because if possible sila for TR90 at nasa Manila lang talaga sila, best that you get to meet them in person. Iba kasi kapag nakakarada sila, nakikita nila talaga ilan yung visceral fat nila. So, again, we have materials for you to use to share the products to your friends. It's just a matter of you using those tools massively so that to help you get to the target that you are aiming for. So again, your mentors, they already know, and if you've attended the past type 5s before, you already know how to invite for these high volume products. Again, reminder ko lang, if the people that I would suggest you tap for customers are those with excess means. Kasi if you think, kunyari, for example, if you think they are for TR90, pero feeling mo din, need din nila ng negosyo, then share the business first before you share the TR90. Let me repeat that. If you think this person is also for product but also for business kasi mukhang kailangan din nila ng negosyo, better to share the business first to them, because sharing the business to them will give them more incentive for shelling out 78,000 for TR90. Kasi hindi na lang siya value, hindi na lang losing weight yung nakikita nilang value ng 78, but also possibly a chance at having financial freedom. Diba? Iba yung maglalabas ako ng 78 kung kikitain ko naman sa business as compared to 78 para lang sa health. Some people na medyo tight, hindi talaga sila maglalabas kasi feeling nila selfish sila. If yung natitira nilang 78,000 sa bangko, igagastos pa nila para sa sarili nila. Diba? When you think about it, it's absolutely worth it because it's going to give them their health back. But trust me, sa mga Pilipino na limited ang finances, share them the business, then it's gonna be easier for them to shell out that kind of money. If no ang sagot sa business, then you can share TR90 right after. Kasi nag-no naman na sa business eh. Then you can just share, I know you said no already for the business, but alam mo, one of the products that we're actually supplying, it's a fitness detox and body shaping program. Sobrang dami naming friends. You can share this story. Si Ate Gigi, she has a new partner who was, I think, from 42 inches. She is currently, ilan siya ngayon? 32 na lang. Tama ba? Tama ba, lady? And she was XL or XXL, and then right now medium na siya. And that is after 3 months, nadaanan pa siya ng Pasko, ng holidays, at marami pa siyang natitirang trim shake at ibang supplements. Ibig sabihin, yung na-lose niya from XL to medium, hindi niya pa nasunod completely yung program nun. Hindi pa daw siya nakaka-exercise. Imagine how many people right now in your circle of influence ang talagang naghahanap ng ways para mag-lose ng weight. Maybe we're just not talking to them. Diba? So, again, if they already said no to the business, then you can share the TR90, share stories like that. Do you want to know? Because I could actually share some information to you that will give you an idea about the business, about the program. Diba? And then you can meet with them and do a karada for them. If yes, then let them see the business, but focus mo on the product is TR90. Diba? Clear so far? Now, look at the volume and the productivity that you still need to finish. Guys, sobrang daming products. In fact, nitong Saturday lang, nagkaroon tayo ng R² promo na 6+1. Diba? If you take complete ownership of your business, you'll find ways. I suggest you strategize with yourself tonight. Write down the number, the people that you can tap for the coming week. You look at the volume and the productivity that you still need to finish strong for the month and divide it into possible sources from where to get it. Example, if ako kailangan ko pa ng 500 points, I would give my effort at working and exhausting. Kunwari, isipin ko, kailangan ko ng 500 points. I need to close at least one person for Y-span set or TR90 or R². What I would do is I'm going to write down about 20 people na possible for customer, not for business, mga tito-tita, if that were me. Mga 10 to 20 people na mga tito-tita, kakilala ng kanito, kakilala ng ganyan, na pwede kong itap for that, So, hindi siya 1:1. Na ganito yung kailangan mong volume, kakausapin ko si tita at i-close ko siya. Kasi again, it's about numbers game. You need to talk to a number of people, and then when you talk to a number of people, promise meron kang mako-close. Numbers always does the magic. Now, I would sift through it fast para if option 1, if person number 1 is already a no, I can move to the other option fast. Clear? In terms of connections na itatap, best to tap warm contacts first. Kasi pag sa customer, mas madaling lambingin. Mga tito and tita, yung mga warm. In fact, pwede ka rin mag-tap ng mga tito and tita, kahit na feeling mong hindi sila, but feeling mo they can lead you to other titos and titas with means, talk to them. Tita, pwede ba kitang pasyalan ngayong Sunday. Meron lang akong ilalambing sa'yo. Basta, saglit lang, 30 minutes lang. Meron lang akong ikikwento sa'yo. And then you can go to that. Tita, kasi meron po akong business ngayon. Ito po yung product namin. Yung ganun. Parang feeling ko kasi na mabibless ka ng ganito. Pero kung ayaw mo po, okay lang ba tita if I ask po for referrals from you? Baka lang meron kang friend na talagang naghahanap ng pang-pa-sexy, pang-pabata, etc. Yung ganun. Do you think you can do that? So you can really ask for people with excess means, connections from people that you currently know, na mga titos and titas who may not have means, pero yun nga, they can lead you to people with means, diba? But in terms of contacts for the week, it's better to tap the warm than the referred or the prospected, kasi ang referred and prospected is also semi-warm, diba? Than the cold. Kasi whether it's business or it's product, it requires trust. And there is trust already built when they are from referred or prospected and warm. Sinasabi ko nga, mas malaas pa yung chance to close someone who's prospected than nga, someone who is cold. Kasi pag prospected, pag nag-yes yan to meet with you again, na-meet ka na niya in person eh. Hindi ka pa niya kakilala pero nag-yes siya to meet with you. Ibig sabihin, he trust, nakabuild ka ng kakaunting trust with that person. Diba? So when you're writing down connections, make sure that you prioritize those who are warm with means, kapag they are for customers, or people that you think can lead you to people with connections or referred than those who are cold. I wish I can say that I was a perfect executive who always finished on the first week of the month, but I'm not. Hindi po. There were countless months when I always just fought in the end because I feel I didn't fight as hard or maximize my time well in the beginning of the months. Pero it's really never how one starts, it's how we decide to finish. It doesn't matter what happened last week. It doesn't matter what happened the month, the first week of the month, the past 3 weeks. Tapos na yun eh. Don't burden yourself with the decisions that you made in the past, because the only decisions that matters are the decisions that you make now and the days after today. So, kung hindi ka man nag-work last week, the week before that, kung willing ka naman mag-work ngayon, then that's all that matters. Diba? Share ko lang. So, this, I saw, I was cleaning my phone because I already have 60,000 pictures on my phone. So I was cleaning it and I bumped into this. So I remember in July 31, so I gave birth to Zara. I gave birth to her in July 16. So this is July 31, and that same month that I gave birth to Zara, I actually hit 12,000 group sales volume. 13,000 group sales volume yata. That month, so that month, 16, nag-labor ako, 14 pa lang. July 14, nagli-labor na ako. I remember the Saturday after I gave birth to Zara, gumawa pa ako ng type 5. Crazy, but for some reason, naisip ko, online lang naman, and it's just 2 hours, tulog naman si Zara nun, I can probably do an online meeting, an online Zoom. So Zara was barely a week old, and I already did a type 5 session that nagkataon na when I did the type 5 session, so July 16 yon, and then ano yan eh, so third week, nagkaroon ako ng type 5. Nakakasalita ko. Meron kasi akong, tawag dito, yun, meron na akong singaw na lumala kasi nakakagat ko siya habang nagsasalita ako. So hindi ako nakakapagsalita. So, after type 5, masakit na siya eh. Parang nakagat ko siya nung nanganak ako. So, meron na siya yung singaw. Kaso, pinupush ko yung sarili ko kakausap ng mga tao. Ito yun nga, nag-type 5 pa ako for 2 hours, nagdadal-dal-dal-dal. Parang lumala yung singaw ko. So, I wasn't able to speak. But at the end of that, it was, I did 12,000 group sales volume. And I share this because, you have to understand that, yun nga eh, things were not always easy. Things were never ever, it's never, the people who become successful are those who didn't have it the easy way. Kasi nga, diba, God favors every single one of us. That He doesn't give us our dream life exactly as it is. He only gives us the materials to make it happen. And those who become really successful are those who maximize, really give their all out, lubus-lubusan, to make use of those materials. And so it's some people, wala namang anak, meron ng training, hindi pa makapunta. Some people, parang, if we really search from deep within, we will find that no reason, there is really no valid reason enough to make us delay on our goals. There is always a way to go around any possible challenge that's going to be presented to us. Almost all of the things that I accomplished in this business, I accomplished not because I'm good. In fact, I'm not the best at anything. I'm not the best inviter. I'm not the best person to follow up. I'm not the best. I'm not best presenter. I don't have any best on my title. Or that they came easy, but because I fought for them. And I know that if you also fight for your goals, no matter what your challenges are, then your dreams are already also done. Whatever it takes, effort can make anything happen. Yan, naniniwala talaga ako dyan. Now, if you saw the size of the blessing coming, you would understand the magnitude of the battle that you are fighting. I know that, so I also share this story with the executives. So some of you already heard about this. And it was also shared in BDD by Daniel. So, yung turtles daw, they are born sa very deep part ng beach. They were buried dun sa deep down, natatabunan sila ng madaming sand sa beach. Dun sila iniitlog ng mommy nila. And then they go, and then there was one time when there's a community who found that there were turtles born dun sa beach nila. So with the good intention, good naman yung intention ng community, ng a few people. So what they did was, uy, ang cute naman ng mga turtle na to, para hindi sila mahirapan, let's just carry them out of the sand and then bring them to the ocean to help make the trip faster for them. And unfortunately, those turtles, they died when they were placed dun sa ocean. It turns out that turtles pala, Kaya sila buried dun deep in the sand kasi yung effort of breaking out of their shell and getting out of the beach into in sa taas and then walking to the ocean, yung effort na yon, it's actually teaching them and preparing them for the sea. And I believe na yung challenge ngayon na onte pa lang, I mean, onting days na lang, but you still have so much you need to do. We're given this because God wants us to prepare for the bigger blessing. He wants us to prepare for the ocean of blessing. Kaya, yun nga lang kasi, if we keep on, pag parati mong iiwasan yung battle, next month na lang, I'll just start over. You'll never be able to learn. You'll never be able to grow to the size of your blessing. You'll never be able to prepare yourself completely for the blessing of the ocean. Is that clear so far? So don't be scared about deadlines. Don't be scared when you hear there's only 5 days left, because you know what? Nothing is impossible kay God. Nothing is impossible sa atin. If we put in yun nga, whatever it takes, everything can be done. We don't change our lives by what we will commit to doing tomorrow or next month. We change our lives by what we will commit to do consistently after that, that decision. The word impossible is not in the leaders' dictionaries. No matter how big the challenges, strong faith, determination, and resolve will overcome them. This was the words of the leader behind Dubai's rice. Diba? Sobrang nakakatuwa lang na from a fishing village and a desert now stands one of the pinaka kilalang buildings and pinakakilalang must go to tourist spot. Parang out of nothing they were able to create something amazing, and everyone is capable of something, of a miracle like that. Now, before we end, I would like to share this to you. Can you see? Hindi ko nakikita yung video. Can you see? Teka lang. Can you see the box? You can see. So before we close, nakikita niyo po? Can you see it? Can you see this? Can you see the box? Yeah. So I have a box. You can make any box if you want. You can follow me. I have a box. It's a box of my goals for the year. So I actually have my dream wall. Kung nakikita niyo siya, we also have a dream wall behind our door. We have dream walls everywhere. But on top of all those, I also have this box where I put all of my dreams. Honestly, wala siyang picture ng Moscow, wala siyang picture ng travels. All I have here are pictures of my partners' families. By the way, I encourage you, if you want, so nagsa-search po ako, nagpupunta ako sa Facebook nyo, chinecheck. Pagka hindi ko alam yung family picture nyo, ang kinukuha ko lang na picture is yung picture nyo lang. So, picture nyo lang. So, if you want me to include your family, so I have here a picture of our executive in Singapore. And this is Kuya Johnson. Si Kuya Johnson, yung may picture ng wife niya. Yung wife niya has cancer, and yung mom niya din has cancer. And currently, they are both cancer-free because of our Pharmanex products. But yes, they are on my box. So my box are pictures of people. Kasi nga, di ba? Remember, this business, it's about you blessing other people first, and then the blessing goes back to you. So my goal is I'm going to really make sure that this year there's a number of people na talagang matatransform yung buhay. And so that's my goal. I suggest that you also make your own box and put your own goals, the things that are absolutely, absolutely important for you this year. And what I have is, I also have this seeds na naka-ziplock. And what I do is that every single day, if alam ko, by the way, on my box, I also have yung courage na word, and then brave na words to remind me of what I need to be this year. And in this box, every single day, at the end of the day, when I ask myself a question, binigay ko ba yung lubos-lubusan ko for my goals today? And if I can answer yes, I put a seed inside the box. If I can answer no, if alam ko in my heart na hindi ko pa talaga binigay yung lubos-lubusan ko with whatever, with the very little thing that I have. Kasi when I started, I was doing the business part-time eh. Pero kahit na part-time lang, pero kahit yung mga oras na outside of my work, talagang binibigay ko yung lahat ko for my goals. So, even if part-time, kung alam mo na yung oras na natitira, binigay mo pa rin ang lubos-lubusan sa goals mo, you can put the seed on the box. Why do I do it? I do it to remind myself na iba kasi yung every single day na analysis, every single day na I'm inspired by Oprah's sharing na sabi niya, she doesn't want to be used by television. She wants to be intentional. So before every single show, meron siyang moment where she has pre-show and post-show, meron siyang meeting with her group, discussing with them what their intention is for that show and whether they met that intention. So this is sort of like that, which is parang it's like, what am I really, parang iba kasi yun kung every single day, alam mo, na-assess mo yung sarili mo kung binibigay mo ba yung lubos-lubusan mo. Para at the end of the year or at the end of every week, you can tell yourself na you don't need other people to tell you. Yung talagang, ikaw mismo, alam mo na, I gave my all. Tapos alam mo din na the only way for you to be able to achieve your dreams is if you're able to plan so many days where you've given your all. Yung binigay mo talagang lubos-lubusan mo. And it's also going to teach you consistency. So it's something that I do, and if you do it, good. If you don't, okay lang din naman. But I think it's a good way to assess every single day whether we're doing it for the things that we said we're gonna do it. We're gonna be working, doing that we said this year is for, to the goals that we said this year is for. So yun lang, and I missed every single one of you, and I hope that we really, you know what, ma-meet mo man yung goal mo or hindi, the most important thing is that you can tell yourself, I fought for it. I did not give up until the very last hour na hindi na talaga pwede. Diba? That's the most important thing. Pero yung hindi ka magbigay ng effort because you already gave up 5 days before the end of the month, that's it. Parang that habit, that's something that you don't want ever to adopt because that's not gonna get you to your goals. It's not. So yun lang, and I really, really missed everyone, and I'm praying that this year will be our most courageous year, and we will be we'll all be together at the incentive trips. So, by the way, for those who are aiming to go to Moscow or so in Europe, it's French Riviera. Fight for it, kasi February is your last month. You can still become Ruby by end of February, kasi March, April, May, June, you can maintain it. You can still join the French Riviera. Guys, fight for it. Ruby, 1 month in London, I really, really think that it's absolutely possible. So, laban lang ng laban. 'Di ba? Hindi pwedeng, ay sige na nga, next time na yung French Riviera, pwede naman sa next incentive trip na lang eh. No. Don't. Diba? And for those who are aiming for Moscow, we plan na we can stay there for maybe 3 weeks or so para mag-road trip tayo in the nearest Europe part. So yeah. Yay! That's it. And good night, everyone.